Hello and thank you for watching Hornbill TV. This is Prime at 9. I'm Naomi Kigon. Now the news in detail. The Supreme Court on Thursday delivered its order on the review petition in a 3-decade-old road rage case filed by the victims' family against Navjot Singh Sidhu. Sidhu has been sentenced to 1 year imprisonment in the 1988 road rage case. The order was delivered by a bench of Justices A.M. Kanwilkar and Sanjay Gishangol. Earlier, the court had received the order on an application seeking to enlarge the people of notice in a road rage case against Navjot Singh Sidhu. The application was also filed in an ongoing review petition. Congress leader Navjot Singh Sidhu had earlier opposed a plea seeking to enlarge the scope of the road rage case against him, citing earlier order of the apex court which held that there was no evidence that the death of the victim was caused by a single blow in the road rage case. Earlier, the Supreme Court reserved its judgment on the appeal filed by cricketer-turned-politician Navjot Singh Sidhu, challenging the Punjab and Haryana High Court verdict, convicting and sentencing him to 3 years in jail in a 1988 road rage case. The Assam State Disaster Management Authority on Thursday informed that more than 7 lakh people in 29 districts have been affected due to the flood and 9 people have died. At present, 1,413 villages are underwater and Nagaland is the worst hit district where 2.88 lakh people and 147 villages are reeling under the calamity. In Gajar, nearly 1.2 lakh people and in Hojai, more than 1.07 lakh people were affected. The other affected districts are Bajali, Baksa, Barpeta, Biswanath, Bongaigaon, Charaideo, Darang, Dhemaji, Dibrugarh, Dima Hasao, Koalbara, Hailakandi, Kamrup Metropolitan, Karbi Anglong West, Karimganj, Kokrajhar, Lakhimpur, Majuli, Morigaon, Nalbari, Sonitpur, Tamulpur and Udalguri. ASDMA said 4,06,160.43 hectares of crop area have been inundated in the current wave of flood and massive erosion was seen in Barpeta, Bongaigaon, Charaideo, Chirang, Darang, Tupri, Dibrugarh, Kamrup Metropolitan, Nalbari, Sivasakar, Sonitpur, Tamulpur, Tinsugya and Udalguri districts. Since yesterday, Hornbill TV's reporters have been at Dima Hasao district of Assam, covering on the floods that have wreaked havoc in the entire state, affecting more than 4 lakh people and killing 8, according to reports. In an exclusive with this channel, the Minister for Disaster Management, Jogen Mohan, said that all efforts are being made by the government to make sure help is rendered to everyone. Let's have a look at the details.
Honorable Minister Jogen Mohan sir, sir ke hudi sabo sir kamor bortoman ki progress hoy ase aru etia haflongor bortoman obostha kenekwa
haflong ami goi asu 2 ঘন্টা পাই যাম haflong কিন্তু ৰাস্তাত এতিয়া এখন কালাসান ব্ৰিজৰ approach to damage আছে NSI DCL or NSI contractor আৰু ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰ আছে তেওঁলোকে এটো approach repairing কাম চলাই আছে যাতে কোনো ক্ষতি হ'ব নোৱাৰে আৰু ভৱিষ্যতে ৰাস্তাটো খোলাই আছে বৰ্তমান ইয়াতে নাই আমি এতিয়া মাইবং যাম মাইবঙত যেটো টানেল খুলি গল যোৱা কালি দুদিন কন্টিনিউয়াস স্লাশ ৰিমুভ কৰাৰ পাছত এতিয়া ৰাস্তা ক্লিয়াৰ হৈছে আৰু যোৱা ৰাতিও বৰষুণ হৈছে ধুমাধুম হলেও ৰাস্তা আমাৰ খোলা হৈ আছে আৰু যদি ভৱিষ্যতে এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ আৰু যাতে কোনো মাটি খহিব নোৱাৰে তাৰো ব্যৱস্থা লৈছে আৰু মই ভাবো যে এতিয়া আৰু হাফলং যোৱাৰ ৰাস্তাটো খুলিছে আমি যাব পাৰিম সুন্দৰকৈ তাত গৈ একচুৱেল পজিশন ক্ষতি বুজ লৈ আৰু যত জি আছে কেম্প বা অন্যান্য ৰেলৱে ষ্টেচনৰ পৰা আদি কৰি যিমান কি ক্ষতি হৈছে পাৰ হৈছে এইবিলাক আমি বুজ ল'ব পাৰিম
স্যাৰ এতিয়ালৈকে কিমান মানুহক ৰেস্কিউ কৰা আছে আৰু কিমান পৰিয়াল এতিয়া বন্ধে ক্ষতিগ্ৰস্ত হৈছে বুলি এনে আশংকা কৰা হৈছে
ক্ষতিগ্ৰস্ত পৰিয়াল আমাৰ ইতিমধ্যে ইয়াতে আছিলে লাংথিং ষ্টেচনত আজি দুদিন ধৰি তেওঁলোকে শিবিৰত আছে আজি প্ৰায় যোৱা কালিৰ পৰা অলপ কমিছে ঘৰত যাব পৰা অৱস্থা হৈছে লাংটিং ষ্টেচন চকা প্ৰায় তাত এতিয়া 150টা পৰিয়াল আছিলে তাত আৰু 50টা পৰিয়াল আমাৰ মাইবঙত আছে তাৰো দুই এটা গৈছে কিন্তু কমপ্লিট এতিয়াও তেওঁলোকৰ ঘৰ খালী হোৱা মানে যাব পৰা অৱস্থা হোৱা নাই তাতে আমাৰ চৰকাৰৰ পৰা যি চাউল দাইল আলি দিবলগীয়া হৈ আছে এইবিলাক দি আছে গতিকেলৈ এতিয়া বিশেষ আৰু কমি গৈছে পৰিৱেশটো ভাললৈ আহি আছে
সম্পূৰ্ণ স্যাৰ এইখিনি আগৰ দৰে হয়তো ৰূপ দিবলৈ কিমান এপ্ৰক্সিমেট সময় লাগিব মানে
সময় লাগিব এইবিলাক ৰাস্তা দেখিছে পাহাৰ খহি গৈছে এইবিলাক নিৰ্মাণ কৰিবলৈ পুনৰ ৰাস্তাবিলাকৰ অকণমান টাইম ল'ব পাৰ্মানেণ্ট কাম কৰিবৰ কাৰণে এতিয়া টেম্পৰী কামখিনি কৰি আছে আমাৰ যাতে ৰাইজৰ অহা যোৱা কৰাৰ অসুবিধা নহয় মই ভাবোঁ যে ইয়াৰ PW ৰাস্তা প্ৰায় বহুত 28টা ৰাস্তা ক্ষতি হৈছে তেওঁলোকৰ কম ডেমেজ হৈছে PSC হৈছে PDCLও হৈছে এনেকৈ ধৰণে বহুখিনি ক্ষতি হৈছে সেইখিনি কৰিবলৈ অকণমান টাইম লাগিব আৰু সম্পূৰ্ণ যেতিয়া ফ্লাডটো কমি যাব নাইকিয়া হ'ব তেতিয়াহে প্ৰকৃত ছাৰ্ভেটো কৰিব পৰা হ'ব তথ্যটো এতিয়া আমাৰ কথা হ'ল জীৱন উদ্ধাৰ কৰিবৰ কাৰণে আমি SDRF NDRF বাহিনী আমি ৰাখি যোৱা যোগৰী মাইবঙত আছে আমাৰ হাফলঙতো আছে গতিকে আৰু যিকোনো মুহূৰ্ততে যদি কিবা পৰিৱেশ বেয়া হ'লে মোকাবিলা কৰিব পৰাকৈ আমি সম্পূৰ্ণ সাজু আছোঁ
ইতিমধ্যে অনাৰেবল ছাৰ পৰা আমি খানকে জানাই দিছে তাখান লগা ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট লগা এভৰি ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট এতিয়া ভি এক্টিভ আছে আৰু তাই এতিয়া মাইবং হৈ কিনে হাফলংতে যাবলৈ আছে আৰু আমি খান হৰ্ণবিল টিভি তাইৰ লগতে থাকিব দিনভৰ তাই ক'ত যাব আজি কেনেকা প্ৰগ্ৰেম হ'ব এইটো দেখাই থাকিব থেংক ইউ ফৰ ৱাচিং হৰ্ণবিল টিভি মই হৰ্ণবিল টিভি ৰিপৰ্টাৰ দীপ শইকীয়া নাগালেণ্ড
The Chumukadima Town Youth Organization has condemned the speech of Deputy Chief Minister Y. Padon delivered during the Central Nagaland Tribes Council program. In a press release, the CTYO said the speech of Padon was laced with malicious intent to provoke and create division amongst the Nagas. It stated that the open insinuation of nepotism and hatred, pitting one section against another while holding the chair of Deputy CM of a state government is very unbecoming and added that all right-thinking citizens must condemn. CTYO also asked whether the Deputy CM is in the chair only for CNTC areas and questioned why is he indulging in favoritism and targeting other sections and areas, specifically Chumukadima district. The CTYO stated that it wanted to know the reason on why the Deputy CM has displayed so much angst against the district, stating that since Padon has been in the Nagaland Legislative Assembly for almost 20 years, the CTYO said that he is the right person to tell them why developmental activities have not been widespread as ought to be and only concentrated to certain pockets as he himself alleged. The organization also asked why Padon is so against and jealous of Chumukadima, where there are thousands of people from all the different Naga communities living together in perfect harmony. The CTYO goes on to state that the content of Padon's speech was contradictory and asserted that he has not only made a mockery of himself but also of the important office that he holds. Pointing out the claims made by the Deputy CM on developmental activities in Chumukadima, the CTYO apprised the Deputy CM that Chumukadima town is a cosmopolitan town and is inhabited by all Naga and non-Naga communities. The CTYO also asked Deputy CM to clarify where exactly the purported developmental activities are taking place. CTYO further impressed upon Padon to look into the grievances of the Chumukadima inhabitants for lack of basic amenities in all its administrative areas. In consonance with the notification of Urban Development Department in pursuance to Plastic Waste Management Amendment Rules 2021 notified by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India, Kohima Deputy Commissioner Gregory Tejawale today called for effective implementation of the said rules. In a meeting held here today relating to this matter, the DC said the Kohima District Administration would follow the notification by imposing ban on single-use plastics in Nagaland. He urged the citizens to adhere to notification. The DC said there is drastic reduction of plastic use in Kohima.
We have, in fact, in the year 2019, we have carried out a number of initiatives. We have notified, we have again followed up with certain sensitization programs so that people are made aware as to the banned items, the single-use plastic items which are banned, and things like that, in collaboration, of course, with the Smart City, the Kohima Municipal, and then, of course, taking the confidence of all the wards and the nearby villages in the town. Particularly, our concentration was in our Kohima town, knowing that plastic waste is generated maximum in the town.
As per notification by the Urban Development Department, the manufacture, import, stocking, distribution, sale and use of following single-use plastic including polystyrene and expanded polystyrene commodities shall be prohibited with effect from July 1, and all other clauses mandated in the Plastic Waste Management Rules 2016 and Plastic Waste Management Amendment Rules 2021 should be strictly adhered to. All individual institutions and commercial establishments, including educational institutions, offices, hotels, shops, restaurants, religious institutions and government establishments shall abide the aforesaid ban, and any breach shall be liable for penalties. It also informed that the district administration and subdivisional administration can decide and levy penalties against the defaulters in the respective jurisdiction.
They were requesting for us to give them some time, and then they said that they would be able to also assist the TTF in awareness programs and all, at their own initiative, at their own expense. So certain positive developments were also there. But as I've said, we could not take it further from there on. But now, I think the right time has come and the notification has started again. So, and the notification is very clear that the district task force shall strictly monitor and function as squads for vigilance purpose and ensure imposing of ban on the stocking, distribution, sale and use of all single-use plastics. So that is already, we are already authorized to carry out and ensure that the plastic, single-use plastic, the items that are banned are not there in the market.
All flights to Dimapur have been cancelled today due to flooding at the Dimapur airport. An Airport Authority of India official informed HornbillTV that only one Air India ATR flight could land today, while others had to return back, cancelled or rerouted due to the waterlogging because of incessant rains. He informed that 1 inch of water was locked in the middle of the runway during the morning hours and efforts being made to clear it. Many passengers also spoke to this channel and made known that no official announcements were made or messages sent by the airlines informing them of the cancellation.
ठीक है सर, आप कहाँ से?
मैं गौटी से आया हूँ और सुबह 7:20 से टेकअप हुआ, 8:30 बजे इधर पहुँचा, तो फिर ग्राउंड ठीक नहीं है बोल के हम लोग को अंदर में 1 घंटा तक बैठाया। तो सारे कंप्लेन करने के बाद ये लोग ने डिसमाउंट किया नीचे। उसके बाद फिर होल्ड में लेके आया और अभी 2 बजने वाला है। कोई पानी है या कोई खाना है, बाकी बड़ा वाला आदमी लोग के लिए तो ठीक है, जो बच्चे औरत जो बूढ़ा बूढ़ी लोग के लिए बहुत प्रॉब्लम है। ये चीज़ सब के लिए गवर्नमेंट इसका ऊपर एक्शन लेना चाहिए, कार्रवाई करना चाहिए। अभी हम बाय रोड जाने के लिए भी रोड ब्लॉक है और अभी जिन संख्या है सारे अभी कहाँ जाए। कोई कोई तो जितना पैसा है वो फ्लाइट टिकट काट दिया, अभी फ्लाइट टिकट का भी रिटर्न भी नहीं हो रहा है, तो अभी बहुत आदमी मुसीबत में है। तो कोई नेक्स्ट कनेक्शन होना चाहिए, अगर ऐसा होता है तो नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन होना चाहिए। गवर्नमेंट से मैं रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं, आइंदा ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। अगर मौसम ख़राब है, हवाई जहाज़ ख़राब है, तो जो पैसेंजर के लिए क्या सुविधा है वो देख के अच्छा सुविधा देना चाहिए। जो हम सब के लिए रिक्वेस्ट है।
तो सर आप कितने देर से यहाँ पर रुके हो?
मैं सुबह 8:30 बजे से अभी तक इधर ही हूँ। अपना पोता और बेटी और मेरा फैमिली, वो भी हमारा ग्रैंडफादर वो बीमार है, अभी वो सीरियस में है, उसी के लिए हम फ्लाइट में आए थे। अभी रास्ता में फंस गया, अभी आगे जा सकता है या पीछे जा सकता है, ये प्रॉब्लम है।
So hi sir, where are you from?
I'm from Madhepur.
And you,
I put up in the Guwahati,
so you're going back to?
Imphal.
So do you know the reason behind the cancellation of your flight?
Not exactly, but as per the information given by the pilot at the flight, that there's still water logging is there on the runway. Due to that, we won't be able to take off the flight. And first, they asked us to. It will take that half an hour, and after half an hour, they again announced that it will be. It might take 1 hour, and after 1 hour, they say that the flight is cancelled.
So I see you are here with your family. So what are the problems you're facing?
Problems, as you can see, that since we are traveling, and like the problem now, we are deciding, or we are planning that whether we stay here or go back to Guwahati or go back to where, since the by road also we cannot go due to this weather's different reasons. So that's which we are discussing now.
Actually, like when we were about to land, they told that the previous flight cannot take off from here. That's why we had to stay in the sky for like around 20 minutes. But after we land here, we came to realize that this is ours is the first flight to take off from here. And they told that the water has been clogged in the runway, and they're told to wait for 1 hour, 2 hours. And since 9 a.m. we have been waiting, and around 12:30 they told that the flight is cancelled. Like many of us have connecting flights, and this is a problem we are facing right here now. Like we are students and we can't go back by land route also, because there might be chances of landslide. And the airport authority, they are not taking any responsibility. Even the airlines, they are not taking any responsibility.
Okay, so you're from Manipur as well. Okay, so what are your next steps?
Right now we don't have any choice. Like we can't do anything right now. Like we can't go back also. And tomorrow there is no security that there will be flight. I mean, any flight will take off from here. So we don't know what.
Like a matter of life and death right now. We don't know which step to take further from here, and the airlines or the airport authority is not giving any sort of responsibility as official authority, right? So they didn't even provide us any kind of disclaimer that this is the risk that we are gonna be prepared to take even and yeah, not even a single disclaimer about the risks that we are gonna face. And now we are really stuck with no resources and nothing at all. And this is a matter of life and death for us right now. This situation, it's not a matter of a hurricane striking out of nowhere, right? This rainfall situation and all these calamities has been happening for a few days back now. This is not the first day, or this is not like an extreme, unpredictable situation just today. I mean, they could at least comprehend something.
So we can't cancel our flights also, we can't reschedule. We don't know what to do.
Connecting flight. It was a connecting flight, that's the reason. So like if we had, if we were about to leave from Dimapur, so then we can adjust anywhere. The thing is, it is our first time here also, and we don't know where to go, and it's really hard for us. Like we are students of, and I don't know, it's my connecting flight, so it's been a little bit trouble for us. Like I feel like the airport authorities should at least know that, and like they have been working here, so they should know that any flight could land or not. So they might have known the condition before. Then if they had known, why did they? Why did they permit the flight to land here? That is the problem now. And ours is the first flight. And now they are not giving any surety. Like we can't cancel also. If we cancel, we don't know where to go. And if we reschedule, it's not sure that we will be able to leave tomorrow itself. And they're not providing any accommodation at all.
Actually, regarding this, see, like even if like we have an option. We have option, like for example, they said like you can go by winger or by bus to Manipur. But like we are afraid to go by bus for now because there is a frequent landslide over there also. We have, when we talk to, like when we just take the information from there, like people used to say like it's very dangerous. You can just come by bus or winger. Instead of that, you try to go in Guwahati. Moreover, you may find a flight maybe for today or tomorrow. But I think if we go by train also, still we are still like having that doubt because last time like in Haflong something happened, right, recently. So this is the situation. Like even they have that. The thing is that responsibility must be taken by the authority actually, not by the airport authority, but it should be from the Alliance Air Authority. They have, means, in my opinion, like for every flight, something happened like due to natural calamities or something. The action should be taken like whether it is for the reschedule. They have to take responsibility for the accommodation also as well, right? But they don't say anything for that accommodation. Like they said, just go and do reschedule, either reschedule or cancel, refund. But the refund also they said it is not sure. It is not sure for full or half, or we don't have that responsibility. They mention on that way. So the thing is that they have to take the responsibility for more like for accommodation as well as for every further flight reschedule. They have to take that responsibility, but they are not taking this action. This is the thing, right?
So mohan ete Dimapur airport ta hinase aji aro apni han dikhan nishina passenger khan bishi aji complain guri ase tahan la flights khan cancel howa karone tahan iko idea nai ita ki krubo ki nikrubo because kun passenger kwa hando kunba passenger ba kwa do tahan la fund be full pawon half pawon ajne aro tahan by road below na pare because of the landslide happening in and around the states aro kunba han family lu be hinase bacha han bi chutu chutu hinase to tahan la inconvenience kan sob kuise aro tahan la the authority airport authority la next step to ki wona jane hulibi tahan su bete ene rukhi na boyese moyese pangaj grong with camera person Ketho for HornbillTV.
That's all we have for now. For more news, keep watching HornbillTV.